It's Geekazine special coverage of Blog World New Media Expo, Voices of New Media, and it's brought to you by the folks over at Stitcher, smart radio for your smart mobile device. All right, continuing coverage of Blog World New Media Expo, Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine.com and Stitcher Smart Radio, and we're here with Douglas Karr from... I already messed up. And you're with, what was it again?
Marketing Tech Blog and the Marketing Tech Radio Show.
And the Marketing Tech Radio Show is on Stitcher, of course. So.
It is on Stitcher, yes. We love Stitcher.
Do you use it on a regular basis?
Yeah, well, every single week, every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we put out probably about an hour, 2-hour show. And we just have marketing related. Actually, we have everybody. We had the Aura Brush team on, the tongue cleanser, talking to us about how they used Facebook and YouTube to create a social presence. We've had Scott Strauss on, Chris Brogan. So we try to get all the big names, on there. But it's a fun show. We do it from our office in Indianapolis. We all sit there and drink beer and make fun of each other and chat about what the latest social media and marketing tech is happening.
And brush teeth.
And brush tongue.
Tongue. Yeah. You know the funny thing is I just got done talking with somebody else, and she was talking about teeth and tooth hygiene, and now
must be something with bloggers.
Something with I don't know. It's tooth hygiene weekend at Blog World New Media Expo. Get your teeth cleaned. There must be somebody's telling me something. I don't know. So
yeah, that's exactly it.
So what's your audience now? You go through Blog Talk Radio.
Yes.
And you do the recording,
right.
And then of course you then put that on Stitcher. Do you record?
Exactly.
Do you take the Blog Talk Radio and put it onto Stitcher, or do you record it?
I do. I think if I had more time, I would probably record it offline at a higher quality and everything else. But you know what? It's the content. So Blog Talk Radio is just a great. I literally log in 5 minutes before, click start. And it all goes, and I have music and background and all that stuff. So it's an awesome app, and then the feed just pushes straight to Stitcher, and then I have a bunch of subscribers on Stitcher, which I really love. So
now to do that, you need to have the RSS feed populated,
Absolutely.
So that will then push over to something like Stitcher.
And Blog Talk Radio has that built right in. So I just took my Blog Talk Radio RSS feed, threw it in Stitcher, and I was up and going.
So literally, it's actually a pretty easy process for you because you don't have to think about that back end thing. I'm assuming you have to write a post or something like that.
That's exactly it. My thing was we had the text blog, and that was great, and we've got a huge following there. But I wanted to get audio out, and then of course I want to get video out too. But audio is it's a distinct audience. It's people that don't read blogs, and it's people that don't watch videos. They love to, pop in their iPod and listen, to their latest show on their drive to work or whatever. And that was an audience that we were absolutely missing. So the thing was I didn't, I don't have a studio or anything like that, but I went and bought a Yeti mic, got Blog Talk Radio. I was up and going, and then with that, pushed the RSS feed to Stitcher, and then. It's been going great ever since. So we've done, I think, probably about 40 shows now, 30 or 40 shows. So.
And so you started it this year?
Yeah, absolutely. It was. Wow. Yeah. I don't know what the anniversary was, but it's going great. Yeah. We get probably, it's on the blog we get about 70,000 visits per month. But on the radio show, it's probably 1,000 or 2,000 listeners per month.
Which isn't too bad.
No, and I love it. I just love it. We have people calling in sometimes. We Skype folks in sometimes. So it's just a great medium. Planning and sitting down and writing a text blog post is nothing like having a conversation like this. You just can't. You
can't replace that at all.
Right. You can't get the beauty. Right?
The beauty of us. Yeah. You want to see us on no.
I was built for radio.
No. It's all good. So we're just we're Midwesterners. I'm from Wisconsin. You're from Indiana.
That's it.
So what's it like? That's actually an interesting question. Now I'm thinking about it. Is what's it like? You're not in a media capital of the world or anything like that. So what's it like to actually create something that is might be a little bit harder to produce from an area like that.
Maybe, I think it's a different culture. Indianapolis is very much, we have a micro tech community. ExactTarget is there. There's a Compendium Blogware, Interactive Intelligence, Autobase, a Primo. So we've got some big marketing players in the area. And then they've spawned all these little marketing companies, of course, off of those. But the culture is very much, we don't have huge VC. We don't have, dozens of startups or anything like that. Yeah. So it's very much a work-oriented, how do we get results? And I think that's what comes off, so I was talking to you prior that, I love TechCrunch and Mashable and everything else, but they're very news related. It's what's the latest. Well, we're very results related. How can we help someone? How can we help take them to point A, to point B, to point C? And so I think that's what comes out in our material, with the folks out in the Midwest is practical usage. Geekazine is just like that, right? Practical usage. How can I use this? Not just did someone get $15 billion, in VC or whatever. Yeah. I don't care.
That's good. So where do people go to get more information for you guys?
Well, they can go to marketingtechblog.com. They can go to blogtalkradio.com/marketingtech. They can, of course, go to Stitcher and just look for Marketing Tech Blog. They can follow us at MKTG Tech Blog on Twitter, Facebook, Marketing Technology, you name it, we're there. If you can't find this, you don't know how to run the Googles.
Exactly, and if you need a tongue cleaner, this is where you go. We found out about getting teeth, we found out about getting tongue cleaners, it's all good.
That's it. Everybody here has dazzling white pearly dent.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And we don't have coffee breath either.
I could do a coffee. I could better get a mint. All right. Well, Douglas, thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jeff.
For Voices of New Media, Jeffrey Powers, Geekazine.com, Stitcher Smart Radio for your smartphone. And we got so much more coming up with Blog World New Media Expo. We just hit the tip of the iceberg. Hopefully we're not the Titanic. We won't sink. Don't worry about that. So we got a lot more coming up. Stay tuned.